All right, good day. Not feeling good still today, so I stayed home. I thought I'd make a few videos. Just feeling really drained that time of the year, I guess. Um, so I'm just gonna make a video on some tips for pick four and my loadout for the pick four. I'm gonna keep it simple and keep this one shorter, and I'm gonna do a couple shorter ones today, so that way they're more precise as to. I'm gonna do an SB pairs 101. So anybody who watches my videos, you might be kind of bored with that one. But I'm going to really just go really slow and exactly what I do, step by step, and probably do a couple parts of that. So anyway, so here you go. So first of all, look at Texas. Look at Texas. Texas is due for a what? A pink. There has not been a pink since 3-2. That's crazy. March 2nd. That's crazy. And once again, look at the lowest winning digit. Look how it dominates. 0, 1, 2, 3. Just dominating. That's why I focus on that. Because it hits the majority of the times. And most times it's 0 or a 1. And a 2, I suppose. But like I said, always look at the distribution charts to know what really hits the most, okay? This is the kind of stuff that really helps you to be able to see what hits. Like just go to boxed and then go to keys, and we'll just do keys in general. So you do keys in general, it's going to give you like, oh, they all hit the same. But if you go to like hang on, pre-sorted A, see pre-sorted A, 0 dominates, and then 1, 2, right? And then 3 is right behind it, but it's a good gap. And then after that, it just falls off the map, right there. So, but look at 0 and 1, right? And that's across the board. So that's why you see 0 and 1 constantly in that first position in the box form. And that's why I'm always stressing to play those, to keep those in there, because they hit the majority of the times. Give yourself a better chance. And then also you see here that pink is due, right? Well, take a look at the high-low. Most often it's low, right? And then every now and then a low-high drops in there. Then once in a while a high will drop in there, but that's far and in between. Okay. I mean, there it's going a little bit more, but it doesn't. The majority of them is going to be these lows and low highs. So I would think that another low or a low high will be coming up. And if you look at the even odd, I would say even. Okay, so let's just see here. What's missing right now? We got due on the front would be an odd, and would say an odd. An odd would be due, right? Or an odd that hasn't hit in a while. So maybe a low high odd or a low odd and then a pink. See how you can do that? One way of looking at it. And I think I don't have that chart open right now, so you can't. Actually, I do here. It's down here at the bottom. These are those codes right here. These are the codes for this page. Pre-AB codes. Right down here. It's 0 through 3. And you'll see anyway, those are the codes. And I wanted to say also that my loadout is, I keep kind of updating it, but this is what I currently have. I put it in the description of a couple of videos today, but I'll put it in this one as well. I really don't need to make it that big, do I? But I'll show you what I have. So I start off, and you could copy and paste it and then take away or add whatever you want to make it your own. This is just what I'm doing. And I have in here, so I have all the colors right here. So like if I want to play, I have everything X'd out. You see this? Except for ones that don't have that next to it, because you don't need to. Everything's X'd out. See, when you hit start, you're going to have 715, all box numbers, right? But see, now what I can do is if I think a BPY is going to hit, I'll just remove the X, right? Or if I think it's going to be, just a blue, I can remove the X, or, whatever. And then These ones here are for specific numbers, like pink 1, 2, and 3 will be used in any order. I'm not saying any, I'm not saying a specific position here. I'm just saying like in any order, because that's kind of harder to call out. But and if I do feel like there's one, I'll just drop it in there. I don't want to sit there and have all these in my slasher. So, and then this here would be, this one here is really good because you can just X out like what I'm typically going to have is this one. I'm going to typically have this one X'd out, and that's going to give me the purple, red, and green. Okay. And that starts you off with 570. And that is literally if there is a purple, red, or green. If there is just any purple, red, or green used. And they're obviously hitting all the time. So it'd be stupid not to do that. I mean, once in a while you'll get these, but that's far and in between. So apparently far and in between is my new word today. They're saying so. And then I would also say that this is what's interesting. What I kind of like. Well, first, before I get to that, I'll just keep going down here. So, and then, so if you think it's just going to be, you're thinking, all right, I'm just going to put my money on the purple today. Then you can just, remove the X there. And then you're going to say there has to be a purple today. And that's going to give you 284. Now 284. Now I'm just thinking here, like, cause you're saying there has to be a purple, but then there can also be other colors as well. It's just that you said there has to be a purple. You see what I'm saying? But I mean, look how often purples drop in there, like here's a purple, it comes with a red and green, doesn't matter about the BPY or anything. 0279, 0279, 02 should be in here, 0279 right there, because you said there has to be a purple, and that already takes you down to 284 box numbers. So you never have to start with 715, and never ever. It's just, and every time you start to pick four, you should look at what your state is showing you, because it might show you, hey, green is due or something. Like right here, you would have said, oh crap, red's due, and then you could have just started with those 280 or whatever for the red. So I'm going to X back down there. And then I did, this is the RPG. If you think an RPG is going to hit, the RPG is when this hits right here. The best way to utilize that is to go to the inspection to be able to follow it in here into the reports and see color combos right here. And you're looking for that RPG. All right, that's what you're looking for. RPG. I think it'd be nice to have a previous here, what the previous was, because then you can really see how often they hit. I'll have to ask Mike that, maybe if he could do that. I don't know if that'd be hard to code or not. And then so let me go to let's just go to 3%, see if we can find RPG. See, they don't hit as often as you'd like, but they hit enough where they're not down in here, right? There's an RPG here. So Massachusetts Evenings, probably one I missed. But you get the point. So then you can, that starts you off with only 70 boxed numbers. Think about that. Every single time you see RPG, it's only 70 boxed numbers for the pick four. So that's pretty powerful, if you ask me. And if you combine that with the BPY, I think it's 60. So it doesn't really drop it that much. But so anyway, so that's what I got there. And then I got pairs here because I like to go and, find pairs, drop them in there, boom, boom. Triplets. I like to throw in some triplets once in a while because, looking at these, you might be able to tell that there's going to be certain triplets here or whatever. That's why I got that. And then I also have it here for I fixed this now. So you can do ABC, ABD, all the positions. So if you think, it's going to be a red on the front, just go ahead and put red, right? And it starts, you have only 97 numbers. And that's going to start if there's a red on the front. So like here, 4, 6, 8, 9. Well, let's see if that will still be in there, because I don't know if I have the 03 right now. 4, 6, 8, 9. There it is, winner. And see, I also have, as you keep going, you're going to notice that I have the keys here, so you can add in your keys, whatever you think there's going to be for keys. Sometimes I have different groups of keys. My pair patterns, this is one of the most important thing. I always attack these two right away. Pair patterns, by looking at the charts, like I always say, that is what can really bring your numbers really low. So if you think it's going to be an 11 and you also think there's going to be a 7, all right, and you think it's a red on the front, well, now you're down to only 7 box numbers. It's only that easy. And it can be sometimes. I literally did that the other night, and I I should have won a ton of money, but I always second guess myself too much. So I'm getting better at finding the SB pairs, because that's what it's all about for me, is these SB pairs. There's a million filters, awesome filters on Pick 3 4 SUG, and if you're not a member on there, I literally, when it wasn't working, I'm like, I'm not even gonna freaking play. Now, I can go to Lotto odds and I can find great information, but Pick 3 4 SUG is where it's at for me because of all this stuff. So now, all right, I'm just gonna leave that in there for now. Then I have down here, I have it X'd out. Everything's X'd out for now, but I have just singles and doubles, because singles and doubles absolutely dominate the game of Pick 4. And you can, again, just look at the charts here. Go to, sums. It doesn't matter if I do a pre-sort right now or not. See sums, it shows you which sums dominate. Right? And there's something to be said about that. I'll show you later. But if you go to types, singles and doubles, boom. Look how much they dominate. Yes, these hit. Yes, they hit more than I thought, but they still don't dominate. These dominate across all states. You're better off focusing on what hits more than what hits once in a while. You're going to get more wins more consistently. So singles and doubles are the way to go, in my opinion. So, but I do have it X'd out in case you do think there's a triple or something. And then I have selected pre-sorted A, 0, 1, 2, 3. That hits the most, as I've shown here. Dominates, but I have it X'd out. So if you maybe you want to add a 4 here, or whatever. Sums, I have 13 through 23, but I am debating about putting 12 through 23. But I might even have another section for sums that's going to be that sweet spot, or whatever. It's more like, I guess, yeah, I'm going to find that out. And then I unselected the all high, all low, all even, all odd. Those are also X'd out. Selected pre-sorted AB if you have some good AB pre-sorted. Also pre-AC. I'm really big into like I said, the first and the last. First and the last positions are the most dominant ones to be able to tell what's going on in the Pick 4, in my opinion. Like here, these here are the top dogs. These are the top dogs for AD position. And the reason why I know that, and I have it X'd out, but these will hit the most in the Pick 4. And it's by statistics. It's not just by like a rundown or like, oh, this is what I came up with, because I added, my 5 Doritos in my bag and, whatever, and then here I'll show you here I'll show you that in a minute. And then here I have the V-Trax cluster, which is something is so underrated right here. Every single time you see all 3 colors used, that is a triple in my V-Trax clusters, right? That's when all 3 of these hit, right? And each one is like this one, A equals 0, 5, and 2, 7. So all that is V-Track 1 and 3. And this is V-Track 2 and 5. And this is V-Track 4. See what I'm saying? So like, but look how often they hit. Pick 3, they can go out for about 20, 15, 20. I've seen them a little more than that, but like I said, once again, the best thing you can do to find out what's going on with that is to look at the 1 to 10% filter. Just go ahead, go down to my filters and go down to cluster trips and go to 1%. Nothing's even there. Go 2%, nothing's there. Go to 3. There you go. Arkansas midday trips is due. Go check it out. Let's see. Arkansas trips for midday. It's only out 8, and I already brought it to the 3%. So I would expect that to be dropping pretty soon, because look at it, right? And you want to know what's nice? about that is this starts you off with only, I think, 200 and it's like 204, I think, box numbers if you do just this. And I can just load this back up and actually show you right now. So just go down here, and all you do is remove the X, hit start, 208. That starts you off at 208 numbers. And these 208 numbers hit very often. And I'll show you why these V-Track ones. All you got to do is take them over to the number checker. And you know what? I'm going to do this now to clear that out. And I'm going to drop this in here. Run it. Box numbers. Look at that. Only this stupid country or whatever is out. So 7 days. Here, let's go draws. Let's go 8 draws. And 8 draws are all used. Let's go to 6 draws. Let's go to 5 draws. There you go, VA. There you go. That's going to be hitting. Oh my gosh. I know it's bugging me. All right, Virginia, and was this Canada or something? So get ready for that. You will be getting a. It's surprising though. Why is that other one not in here? So VA. Let me check that out once. I don't want to get sidetracked. That's what I do all the time. I keep this going here. All right. It's only out 5. Why is that? Why is that in there? Oh, that's because it's out only that many. Is there one in there that what about midday? It's only 2. Am I doing something wrong here? No, because duh. I did by draw. But so that would mean though, wouldn't that mean that Arkansas midday should be in there? Because that one hasn't hit in a while. Arkansas midday. Let's see here. It's out 8. Okay, but why is it not showing up in here? Arkansas midday should be in here if it hasn't hit in. Is that 8 draws? Arkansas. What in the world here? Okay. I'm a little confused. Because I feel like it should be down below, but I don't know. I'll have to figure that out later. But anyway, so that's what that is right here. If you think that's going to hit, you can do that. And I have it down at the bottom here. It shows what it is. And then I have selected box numbers, which honestly, I'll probably add another one but you can do whatever you want with yours. Because selected box numbers, I'm always going over and grabbing numbers. And sometimes it's just easier to, hey, I think 12 and 1 is going to hit. Reduced, copy, paste. Don't worry about the percentages. It doesn't count them. Sometimes it's just easier to do that. So I'm going to load that back out. And that's what I have. And I'll post it in the description. I can't post it in the description because of the brackets. I'll post it in the comments, though. And I did earlier on a different video as well. And if you have, some good stuff to add to this, I know there's some geniuses out there that running these things, especially with that, the other filter thing. It's like, dang, they can, but I don't really get into all this extras. I don't know. Like V-Tracks, I like to see what I'm doing with keys and stuff. I don't like to have like V-Track 1 and 3, and because I like to see what I'm doing. So that's why a lot of times I have things just, even though I can do the color stuff, a lot of times I'll just drop in the actual numbers themselves. So I have to finish this because I'm going to see if I can get midday win today in Wisconsin. 026 is my favorite one, even though I might change that up. So let me go back and one last thing. And I wanted to say that when you see a purple, so I loaded this out, right? So watch this. If I do purple, right? I got purple there, right? I'm going to remove the X from that. And then I'm going to also remove the X from the other purple. So I have purple, right? And now this one here, I'm going to remove the X. I'm going to put UN for unselect. So I'm unselecting red and green, and I'm keeping purple. So there has to be 2 purples, and everything else is X'd out so far. Still, hit start. I'm down to 122, and what you're seeing there is this double purple right there, double red right here, double green right here. I'll put these also in the description. Okay, and what these are interesting because watch this double purple. Yeah, I went to the pick 3 one. Okay. Look at double purple here. Ready? So anytime there's just two purple right there, right? Two green, two green. That's crazy. But okay, two green, two green, two purple, two purple, two green, two purple, two purple, two green. It hits a lot more than I thought. Two purple, two green, and it just keeps going. Look at all of them. Two red, two red, two red, two red, two red. And that's pretty powerful because you can go over here and grab the purple, all right, knowing that this hits very often. And I do have to figure out what was going on with the Arkansas thing because that's bothering me. So I got to figure that out. Let's clear this out. We are in boxed right now. Start this up. So in 8 draws, purple. This is double purple, right? So in 8 draws, these states here are left to get a double purple, but 8 draws isn't that much for that low a number. So let's do 12. That's probably not low enough either. Let's go 20 and we can back it up. So 20. Oh, look at Wisconsin, the only one double purple. And I was actually thinking that today. So there you go, Wisconsin. I'm gonna see if I can get that quick too. There you go, double purple. And now what you can do is you can back that up to like 17 and start maybe focusing on a couple states that haven't had a double purple. I definitely think there's homework to be done first to see how often these stay out. On some of these things, I've been putting like a time frame next to, showing how often they hit. And I was writing a date. Like here, all states dip within 5 draws. I did this on 3-9 to see how often these actually, if it stays consistent, within 9 draws, do they all get pulled? Okay, 5 draws, do they all get pulled? So let's just take a look and see if that is the case still. And I'm doing boxed version here. I'm going to clear this out. So we're going to put this in here. Go to 5 draws, run that. All states still used all these numbers. I'm sorry. I was going to say that seems ridiculously like a lot of numbers. Okay. So we have was that Mississippi and Tennessee? Okay, those two are out. And this here showed that all of them except for DC. So it's only one extra. So this group of numbers does hit a lot. So a lot of doubles in there too. I'll go over pick 3 stuff later, though. I don't want to talk about that right now. I've already made this video way too long again. Let me talk about one last thing. And like I said, if you ever screw up, just load out. And if you ever accidentally hit like clear, do not go and just load your stuff. Don't like freak out. I've done that before. All you got to do is hit back and it will all be there right there. So probably already know that, but I learned that from experience. I hit format or I hit clear. I'm like, no, after I just did 1,000 things. Anyway, so I'm going to show you something cool here before I end this. So here you go. So why is pre-sorted AD? Why do these dominate? All right, so this is for the pick 4. So I'm going to go over here to the pick 4 site on Lottery Post. I'm going to go to System. I'm going to go to Pairs Analysis. I'm going to go to pick 4. And I'm going to go down and I'm going to click. I'm going to do all countries. I'm going to check all. So this is all countries, all draws. Sometimes I do just the states. This is midday and evening. It's literally all of them. I'm going to hit continue. And then I'm going to do the split pair right here from box combination 1 and 4. See that? The first and the last. I'm not doing this one because this is going to give it to you in the straight position, vice versa. You want it to be true box form, lowest to highest. So that one right there, that's one we're doing. And then I'm going to do all available history. I'm going to hit continue. And then you're going to go to the top right here. These are the top ones. See this? And you'll see a drop off. Now, I'll show you something interesting about this. So, all right. See, look at this. This is literally using all states, all countries, all draws for pick 4 over all time. Hang on a second. Okay. So what I did is I collected, whatever I did. See how there's a huge drop off right there, 24 to 17,000. That's a pretty good size drop off, right? So these are the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that matches up with what I have here. 09 and 06. Okay. 17, 19. Now, I also kind of went back and I grabbed just United States too, but these are the top ones that hit the most. Now, when you look back in time and you look at all this stuff, sometimes that doesn't work that way, because watch, if I do any position, just pairs in general, and I do all available history for all, watch what happens. It's just it just cancels out. See that? The only thing that doesn't cancel out is what? The doubles, right? So it's pointless. So anybody saying, well, these doubles hit, these pairs hit more than others. No, they don't. You can tell right here. Look at this. This is true statistics. All available history. All pick 4 games. And look at 56,000 across the board. Literally, they're all 56,000 except for just right down here. I think it's 55,000. So one pair does not hit more than the other. It only matters in the present tense, like if you're looking in what's hot or what's trending and stuff like that at that moment in your state or in the country or something. Those things do definitely have value, but looking at them as a whole, they do not dominate any more than each other. So, and now you can do the same thing for like the front pair box, like true box version here. Let me show you that one once. And you'll see this one here has a nice domination here too. See 0-1 dominates, because we know that 0 dominates on the pick 4. And you get down into it. Let's find a drop off here. There's a drop off right there. So that would be to me, these would be the top AB position in box form. These would be the top, right? I think. And then after that, all these other ones. So these would be your top ones to focus on. And right there. So that's how I do this. I think this is pretty useful, and you can do the same thing for pick 3, pick 4. There's more I could show you on this stuff later, and you can do the same thing for actual combinations to see like what hits the most often. You can do, let's just say, all United States. We'll do all games United States. Which people would stop texting me. It's from work. I get it. The door's unlocked. I'm not coming in today. Thank you though. Appreciate it. I don't want to go into the office. So box, and we're going to do all available history. I'm going to hit continue. And we're going to go to, this is, what did I say? This is all available history for United States. It shows you which ones hit the most for numbers, for actual combinations in box form. But look at, it's like there's a lot of it's a wash again. So it's not like, oh, this one hits more than this one. No, they don't. See what I'm saying? No, they don't. Anyway, more on that later. I think I'm actually running out of time. So yeah, I only got a minute. So that's what I'm going to do. And actually, I'll probably go back and grab the AB later and maybe drop that in here too for like the top ABs, so you can unselect or select that as well. Actually, I think I will do that because I thought that was pretty useful. Like I said, sometimes what I'll do is I'll do both United States and all of them countries to try to get like a balance of what hits the most, but I'm just going to do all of them again, and I'm going to do the front pair. Like I said, though, the main one is the front and the last. You can do all these if you wanted to, but I'm going to do just the front pair box there, and I'm going to go ahead, and this video is probably just going to shut off on you. So when it does, have a good day. And let's go to the last scene here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to collect these top ones, and I'll put that in there as well. So the video is going to shut off, and I'm going to do it now preemptively. So, hey, I kept it under 30 minutes. All right, bye.